Hello, my name's Shelley Yazbek, and I've got 5 simple tips for anyone who is really lacking in conversation confidence or in confidence to speak at meetings. They're quite simple observations of how we interact with each other, but hopefully they'll give you a few little pointers to help you get your valid points into the conversation. So, firstly, my first point would be don't overthink. People who are confident in conversation, when they have an idea, they put it across. And I'll get into how they do that in a moment. But they don't start judging what they've got to say. Secondly, if you feel that when you're under pressure, you forget what you've got to say, especially if you're in a meeting, make a simple, to the point note about what it is you want to say. It only need be a word or two. So then this client said to me, well, this is all well and good, but how do I get my point across? How do I get in when everyone's talking over each other? Well, there are a few things that the other people will be doing, and you can do these too. So firstly, one of the things that about communication is that most of it is not about what we say, it's about other cues, such as our posture, our facial expression. So if you can adapt yours, you will create the in you need, the stop for people to let you say your point. So if you're in a meeting and you're sitting and you're listening, nobody has any idea that what you're thinking. You're the only one who knows what you're thinking. So what people who are quite confident to say, if there's a difficulty, there's not the break in the conversation to get your ideas across, what they'll do is they'll start giving markers that show other people that they have something to say. So one of the first things they may well do is move forward into the conversation. The physical movement shows people that they're engaged and that they are moving into the conversation. The next thing they may well do is use their hand as a marker to say they have something to say. So somebody moves forward and starts putting their hand, say like this. I can't show my hand very well there. It's a very gentle gesture, but it's making people aware that you have a point on this, and people will observe it and realise that there's something you want to say. People may also go as if they're going to speak. They're not going to butt in, but they make a mouth gesture to show that they are going to speak. So they may move forward, put their hand up, and actually as if they're going to speak and not say anything. Now, I'm certainly not saying sit there gaping like a fish, but if you act as if you are going to butt in and then don't butt in, one, you come across as nice and polite, that you can hold. You are more engaged in the conversation. When you've moved forward, you will be actively listening, and people will be much more aware of your intent. The last thing I would say is, if it is one of those meetings where you just cannot get a word in edgeways, then use a verbal clue to stop the conversation and get your point across. This doesn't mean that you have to butt in and speak over them, but do butt in. So this can be just putting in a one-word marker, but oh no, carry on with what you're saying. Sorry, finish what you're saying. Whatever it is you need to do, but they've realised that you have something to say, and by holding your hand maybe to indicate that you still have that point to make, it can be a very relaxed, gentle gesture that just shows that you actually are waiting to engage. I hope you found this helpful. My name's Shelley Yazbek. I work at the Olive Tree Clinic in Gorleston. Thank you.